Hello, the name of this video is What It's Like to Be Homeless. So, a little background, I have been homeless for 2 years and then I went back to live with my relatives. So, I can tell you firsthand experience how it's like. First of all, the hardest thing for a homeless person is to find or to get a good night's sleep. It's hard. You're dealing with the traffic, the people, street lining, and it's really hard to get some sleep. This becomes even worse in the winter. One time I was in the winter and I had tons of winter clothes, jackets, socks, like 2 layers on my pants. I was pretty well protected from the cold because I was wearing tons of clothes. But guess what? I couldn't get any sleep. My body won't shut down because my body is worried about the temperature. I was really cold and I couldn't get no sleep. So can you imagine being sleep deprived, crossing the street sleep deprived, trying to find food sleep deprived, trying to find water, trying to find a place where you could take a shower if possible, trying to find a place to poop and pee. That's a bare necessity. So especially poop and pee is harsh if you don't have a toilet, access to a toilet. If you do that outside, you can get arrested. That's illegal. You can't do it outside. Well, where are you supposed to do it? You have to pee and poop. You're human after all. And that's the problem with the homeless. Nobody wants them. They keep pushing them around, but they have to be somewhere down there. They have to occupy a physical space. And it's tough. Another thing that can happen is you missing meals. Maybe you didn't know how to get to the mission, or you got distracted, or you sleep it off, and you weren't able to get your food, and you be I had hunger pangs too. Um, Trying to find food in dumpsters, that's kind of nasty, but in some parts of the country you can find something edible out of the dumpster. And on the streets there you had to wear a homeless on homeless crime. I had homeless people steal money from me. I had homeless people steal electronics from me. I have had homeless people steal my identity, my social security card, my ID. You know, all this stuff happens. You get robbed in the streets. When you fall asleep and there's some other homeless around, they prey on each other. The homeless do prey on each other. And yeah, it's true that a significant amount of homeless are dealing with drug abuse. But you think about it, that's a way of coping. If your life is crap and you have no future and you're suffering, that little bit of crack, cocaine, heroin, or marijuana, whatever your thing is, provides a clutch to deal with the harsh realities of being homeless. Another big one is the sun, especially during the summer. You can get sunburn, especially your light skin. I'm albino, so I barely have any melanin. So for me, it's really hard to be outside in the sun. I burn easily, and it's not fun. And it depends. A lot of your homeless experience will depend on where you are. I have mentioned this earlier that where you are matters. Some cities are better than others at taking care of the homeless. Some cities have invested more into homeless services than others. And that's why I posted the video Seattle and Austin best cities to be homeless, and Memphis worst city to be homeless. And why did I consider Memphis worst city to be homeless? Well, because there are barely any service providers, and the ones that are service providers charge a fee. And where are you gonna get the money to pay the fee? You're in the streets. They have another little service provider on 209 Hamlin, downtown Memphis, where a duplex of houses, it's two houses. They feed food. They feed you food. They serve you food 3 times a day. But it's a jungle. I myself got kicked out of the subway by another homeless man. The homeless man approached me and told me, leave. You had to leave. I didn't want to start a fight with the homeless guy or a confrontation because if martial arts had told me anything, is that you want to avoid fights as much as possible. If you can avoid a fight, that's a win situation. You only get involved in a fight when it's self-defense and you have no other choice. But the place is run badly. It's just tough. So in Memphis, you're gonna be homeless in Memphis. You really are gonna suffer. You're really gonna suffer. That's all I'm gonna say. It's really tough. Some homeless people are better than others at surviving out of panhandling. But surviving out of panhandling with the rising inflation there is in the country is pretty tough. I remember when I was homeless one night in Memphis, I got $3 worth of panhandling, and when I went to the store, I couldn't buy anything because everything was so expensive. I couldn't afford to buy anything. My $3 didn't have enough value to purchase the product, so I wasn't able to do anything with it. It's tough. It's a nightmare. It's a headache. How's it feel to be homeless? Well, see you. Thank you. Goodbye.